3D Rising is just north of Boston, Massachusetts, and we're at the campus of St. John's Prep High School, and we're talking to Brian Vona, the head coach at Lincoln-Sudbury, a powerhouse here in Massachusetts. We just watched Lincoln-Sudbury take down St. John's Prep, a young St. John's Prep team, by a score of 16-1. But more importantly, it gives us a chance to catch up here with Coach. Coach, just tell us about this win and what's been going right for you guys this season.
I think today, kids did a good job of sharing the ball today. The ball seemed to move pretty quickly, pretty unselfishly, and I think that's one thing that has been the mark of our team the last couple of seasons is not a lot of guys looking at points, but they're just looking to win the game and make the best pass.
You've got some big, tall, athletic midfielders there, a couple of kids going Division I. Just talk about what they're able to do for you.
Yeah, our midfield is comprised, the starting two are Connor McCarthy, who's going to Princeton, and Connor's been a four-year player for us, who's actually really been fighting injuries the last few years, and this year he's starting to get healthy, which has been great to see him break out of that injury trap. The second one is number 7, Harlan Smart. Harlan's going to Dartmouth College, and I think both colleges got great steals with those two Mass boys, and they really lead us, generate a lot of offense for us, but they really, get a lot of hockey assists as well. They're the guys that don't show up always on the scoreboard, but they're leading our offense and igniting most of it.
And down at attack, Eric Holden, really a standout player there. Just talk about what he's able to do for you guys.
Yeah, Eric's got an unbelievable motor. He's great athleticism. He's tough, and Eric feels as though he can take most guys that he's playing and draw a slide and move the ball. And again, Eric's very unselfish as well, and those guys work. They work well for us. I'm sure they'd work well for anybody.
So far this season, your only 2 losses are to very notable programs, one from New Jersey, one from New York, and that means that you've yet to lose a game here in Massachusetts. Just talk about what you guys are doing to be where you're at, to have this kind of success year after year so far.
I think it started a while ago in our youth program. I think we've put a lot of effort into our youth program. We have a great community in Sudbury. People love the game, and we have a lot of kids playing. And I think we really focused in on that years ago, and it's producing, basically what's happening for us right now. I think the motto of our team, is never above you, never below you, always beside you. And there's not a huge hierarchy on our team. Everyone, as you can see, the kids walking off now, the seniors carry the water, they carry the equipment, and they're good leaders and good mentors for the younger kids. So I think beyond the lacrosse, I think the mentorship of our program has really been the most positive thing that's happened to us in a while, and it's really driven us over the hump.
And that leads into a good question here. You told me that you've been here for 17 years. You can see on the field, literally in the middle of a game, what you're doing to develop your players. Talk about your philosophy to player development and how key that's been to your success.
Well, it's going to sound kind of awkward, but I don't think we're doing anything amazingly different than any other team is in the country. I think one of the things that we are doing is focusing on leadership, focusing on giving back. One of the big things is that we want to train men who are built for others. And our kids do a lot of service work in the community, and they take pride in it. They love the young kids, and they know their spot in the community. We have a term in Sudbury called Wamatin, which is a Native American term for a brother. And there's really a brotherhood in the town, from the kindergarten to the seniors. I mean, last Sunday night we had practice in Sudbury, 2nd grade practice, and there was 26 varsity kids there. And I'm not hammering those guys to come. They want to be there. And I really think that unselfishness and that leadership that we teach from 7th grade up really translates to the field.
When people think about Massachusetts, I think a lot of them are going to think of the private schools, the prep schools. You guys are a public school. Talk about the pride that you have in being able to build such a strong program. I'm hearing it on Twitter already. The minute I got to this game, people were saying, forget the private schools, this is the best team in Mass. So I guess just, the pride you have in this program and that it is a public school program.
Yeah, I mean, we don't get a chance to choose our players. Our players they start with us from kindergarten up. I've coached many of these kids since they've been in 3rd grade, in the youth program. We're really involved with our youth. We put a lot of time into it, and there is a lot of pride in that. I don't take it myself. There's hundreds of volunteers